Question number 1. Find my match. First one, lotus. Answer is adapted to live in water. Second one, aloe. Answer is adapted to live in deserts. Third one, cuscuta. Answer is hostile roots for absorption of food. Fourth one, Venus flytrap. Answer is flower and leaves attract insects. Question number 2. Read the paragraph and answer the following questions. I am a penguin. I live in polar region covered by snow. My abdomen is white. My skin is thick with a layer of fat underneath. My body is spindle shaped. My wings are small. My toes are webbed. We live in flux. Question A is why is my skin white and thick, and why is there a thick layer of fat underneath? White skin color camouflaged with the snow, so penguins cannot be easily spotted and they get protected from enemies. Thick skin and thick layer of fat underneath gives them protection from severe cold. Question B. Why do we live in flux sticking close to each other? Penguins live in flux sticking close to each other because sticking close to each other reduce the relative area, so there is least loss of heat and they get protection from cold. Question C. Which geographical region do I inhabit? Why? Penguins inhabit Antarctica region. Antarctica is surrounded by ocean. Climate is colder, drier and windier. It does not have human population. This climate is suitable for penguins, so they inhabit Antarctica. Question D. Which adaptations should you have to enable you to live permanently in the polar region? Why? Answer is I should be a warm-blooded animal. This should allow me to permanently live in polar region. My body has to be covered with thick fur or scale so that loss of heat will be very less and I can survive in severe cold. Question number 3. Who is lying? First one, cockroach. It says, I have 5 legs. Answer, cockroach is lying. It has 6 legs. Second one, hen. It says, my toes are webbed. Answer is, hen is lying because hen's toes are not webbed. Duck has webbed toes. Third one is cactus. It says, my fleshy green part is a leaf. Answer is, cactus is lying. Its fleshy green part is a stem, not a leaf. Question number 4. Read each of the following statements. Write a paragraph about adaptation with reference to each statement. First statement is there is extreme heat in deserts. Answer is plant stem is fleshy, leaves get modified to thorn to reduce loss of water. Animals have cushioned soles, hump, long leg, nostrils are protected by fold of skin. Eyelashes are long and thick. Second statement is grasslands are lush green. Answer is insects like grasshoppers have green color, so they can be camouflage among the grasses. Third statement is we hide. Answer is In equatorial region, grasses are very tall. So to protect themselves, animals like tiger, elephants and deer remain hidden in these tall grasses. Fourth statement is we have long ears. Answer is it helps the animals to receive sounds from long distance and they can protect themselves from predators. Question number 5. Answer the following. First question. Why is the camel called the sheep of the desert? Answer is camel lives in desert easily due to following adaptations. It has long legs and cushioned soles which keeps the body of camel above the sand, and cushioned soles do not allow to sink in sand while walking. The nostrils are protected by folds of skin. The eyelashes are long and thick. It has hump which stores fat, so it helps camel to survive in desert for many days without food and water. Due to above adaptations, camel is used to carry people and transport goods from one place to another place in the desert. Therefore, camel is called the sheep of the desert. Second question. How can the plants like cactus and acacia live in deserts with scarce water? The plants like cactus and acacia live in deserts with scarce water due to the following adaptations. Leaves are like small needles or have been modified into thorns. As a result, they lose very little water by evaporation. The stem stores water and food, so it is fleshy. The stem are green as they perform photosynthesis in the absence of leaves. The roots penetrate deep into the soil in search of water. There is a thick layer of waxy substance on the stems. Question number 3. What is the interrelationship between adaptations of organisms and their surroundings? Adaptations of organisms depends on the changes in the surroundings. To adjust with those changes in the surroundings, adaptation takes place gradually and continuously in organisms. Changes that take place in the various organs and life processes of organisms enable them to live, feed, reproduce, to perpetuate themselves, and to protect themselves from their enemies in the specific surroundings depending upon the habitat and its geographical conditions are called adaptations. Question number 4. How are organisms classified? Answer is different scientists have used different criteria and independently classified plants and animals. A hierarchy is formed in the classification that starts with kingdom Animalia or kingdom Plantae. Further groups and subgroups are formed depending upon basic similarities and differences. This is called the hierarchy of classification. Binomial nomenclature is used to identify each organism. Accordingly, a scientific name has been assigned to each organism. It consists of two parts. First part is genus and the second species. All identified organisms have been assigned a binomial name as per the guidelines of the International Code of Nomenclature. For example, here mango, genus is Mangifera, species Indica, human, genus is Homo and species is Sapiens.